what is up, guys? It is June Cusick here with another video. Now today is going to be a very different video. I do not want to play a video game just yet. I have a video game gameplay or whatever you want to call it coming up very soon. But something just happened today. PS5 Unreal Engine 5 tech demo had just been I guess released. Now, first of all, let's start off of where I stand as a gamer and what do I prefer: Xbox, Switch, PlayStation 4, PlayStation 5, Series X, PC. As of what I'm playing on right now is PC. Let's talk about my home. It's PC, 100%. I grew up with a PlayStation 2. I grew up playing PlayStation 1. I went from that to a Nintendo GameCube. From that to Xbox 360. From PlayStation 2 to a laptop. I actually used to play. I beat Legend of Zelda, Ocarina of Time on an emulator on a Windows XP, and went from that to a laptop that wasn't good at all. Some type of Intel Pentium Garbo, and I went from that to, I would say, from that crossed over to an Xbox 360 to play with my bros that I had just met, and I still game with them to this day. And then, of course, going from that to the one to the gaming PC, and now we're in this position where we're trying to figure out what's good and what's best that is coming out. Now, my PC is really good, and it outdoes most consoles anyway. But there's big talks about this PlayStation 5. There's big talks about the Series X, and I'm in the middle. I'm in the middle of all of it, and I'm trying to decide what's best. But right now, Xbox is my fan favorite only because of my homies. Just like other people, it's the friends that really matter. It's the friends that really make the difference in what you decide to play. So we're gonna check out this PlayStation 5 Unreal Engine 5 tech demo, and we're gonna have an opinion. I'm gonna pause it throughout the video, give you guys my summary, my discussion, and then at the end I'm gonna let you know how I 100% feel about the video in general. But let's get started.
Hello, I'm Brian Karras, Technical Director of Graphics here at Epic Games.
Hi, I'm Jerome Plateau, Art Director of the Special Project.
What's up?
A few years ago, we got together as a team and brainstormed where we thought we could push forward the state-of-the-art in real-time graphics. There were two key areas that stood out. The first, dynamic global illumination. Beautiful bounce lighting, instantaneously.
I don't have to be constrained to do a game.
For anybody who doesn't know what that means, those are like, if you're a console gamer, you don't know 100% what that means. You might do, you might not. It all depends on what your knowledge is of when it comes to your research and what's what in video games. But if you're PC, you know about this stuff, mostly because you can go into the settings and you can adjust these things in your settings, so you know what they do, because the game most likely tells you what they do, and sometimes you have to make the sacrifices to make your game run smoother if you don't have the equipment to like 100% run all these things at once. Global illumination and stuff, from what I know, I'm not some tech guy, but that's like a lot of like the things that do glow, like light sources, laser beams, you know what I mean, the sun, the moon, things like that, and how the glow casts shadows, or reflects off of certain substances or subjects, and things like that. If I'm wrong, please feel free to correct me down in the comments. I do not mind being proven wrong. I do not mind whatsoever. I'm 100% all for it because I know it's going to help me out in the end, but we're also here to help everyone out and help you out. So please, if you know something a little bit more about it, put it down in the comments down below. But from my understanding, that's what that is, and that is not something that's easy to run. That's not something easy to run whatsoever on your standard consoles nowadays. Hopefully, that's going to push the boundaries like it is on PC.
Game where the world has to be static, and I'm able to iterate a lot faster.
And we call this new system Lumen. We're about to show you what it is capable of. But first, there was another area that we thought we could push forward: truly virtualized geometry. The artist wouldn't have to be concerned over poly counts, draw calls, or memory. We could directly use film quality assets and bring them straight into the engine.
And that's a big deal for artists. I just want to be able to import my ZBrush model, my photogrammetry scan, my CAD data, without wasting any time optimizing, creating LODs, or even lowering the quality to make it hit frame rate.
In the end, that's what it's all about. Art that just works. And we call this new technology nanite. Here is the future of Unreal Engine running live on a PlayStation 5.
I do feel like it's funny how consoles be coming up with their own names for things that already exist.
This has to be the right way.
No, I have seen a little bit of this on a IGN post on Instagram, but I haven't seen the whole thing. So far, that looks really good for a console. No shade, just telling you like how it is.
Before we continue, let's stop a moment and take a look at some of the key features of this demo. Much of what you see was built with Quixel Megascan assets, but instead of using the game versions, we used the cinematic versions, which would typically only be used in film. There are around 1 million triangles each, and thanks to virtual texturing, they all use 8K textures as well. Nanite can render an insane number of triangles very quickly. There are over 1 billion triangles of source geometry in each frame.
Freaking 8K, bro. You got me only on 1080.
losslessly
Oh my god, bro. Sorry about
around
that.
20 million drawn triangles. What does that many triangles look like? This isn't noise. These are the triangles, each a different color. Most are so small that they look like noise. Nanite achieves detail down to the pixel, which means triangles are often the size of pixels. This amount of geometric detail requires shadows to be pixel accurate as well, and Nanite can do that too. Speaking of lighting, all of the lighting in this demo is completely dynamic, with the power of Lumen that even includes multi-bounce global illumination. No light maps, no baking here. Without GI, all of that beautiful lighting is gone. With Lumen enabled, we can move the light and the bounce changes instantly.
Better reflections off of light.
Okay, let's keep going.
Pretty standard. I know this is probably very exciting for some people to see on console, because I know
made
how
some
it
great
feels.
additions to our audio system as well. Convolution reverb allows us to measure reverberation characteristics of real
That was
spaces,
a whack jump,
like
bro.
actual caves that we sampled, and reproduce them in virtual spaces. Sound field rendering allows us to record and play back spatialized audio. All of this adds up to a more immersive experience.
Yeah, sound is very important. There's plenty of games that I played before that I was just like, whoa, the sound in this game is just insane. And personally, if you ask me, give me an example of a game right now that I can play where I can really appreciate the sound. It have to definitely right now, have to be Modern Warfare. I know some people may feel certain ways about that game, with the Warzone and the paying for this, paying for that, and all this crap. But one of the things I can definitely give them props on is the sound design. The sound design is crazy. The guns, everything, the footsteps, the hearing things in the distance, knowing what's close to you, what's far. I can tell that was something that was very important for them, because right when you start off the game, they have you adjust your preference to hearing. And I always found that really cool. And I don't even have expensive headphones. I have Kraken Mercury X white, the white ones. And those are like $50. They're like 50 to 55 bucks. They're really good. By the way, if you want to go check them out, I'll put a link in the description to go check out those headsets. They're really cheap. They sound amazing. It's what I'm using right now. And even in this video, I can hear the sound sounds amazing. But in my defense, this has nothing to do with the PlayStation 5. The PlayStation 5 itself is not what's boosting the sound. The PlayStation 5 is not what's making this sound so good. The headphones is what make it sound good, not the console. The game that you're playing is what makes it sound good. You're giving me a tech demo of a video game. You're not giving me a tech demo of the PlayStation 5. Yes, you're showing me the visuals. Yes, you're showing me the stuff that's going on the console itself, and I'm proud. I'm happy. I'm liking what I'm seeing. But things like this audio, it has nothing to do with. You can give me an MP3 player, and I can put these headphones on it and possibly hear the same thing. But let's continue the video. No hate, no salt. I'm just making a point. That looks amazing. That reminds me of Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order.
This swarm of bats was created with our Niagara
That's a
effect system.
cinematic. That's not gameplay.
Particles in Niagara can now talk to one another and understand
Maybe
their
it was
environment
gameplay.
like never before.
Playing Fallen Order, it looks that good whenever you're walking through something.
We've also added a ton of new functionality to run fluid simulations like you see in the water below.
Got that Minecraft water.
The demo runs on our chaos physics system. Here we are using it to accurately simulate the rigid bodies of the falling rocks and the cloth of her scarf.
I didn't notice her scarf. What did you say?
Her scarf. Using it to accurately. The demo runs on our chaos physics system. Here we are using it to accurately simulate the rigid bodies of the falling rocks and the cloth of her scarf.
I think one of the things I've always hated in video games is that moment where your cowl or your cape or your cloth or your towel or whatever it is starts clipping inside of your body. It clips, so it makes it feel like you're not even a solid object to that thing. And maybe that's because consoles couldn't handle that kind of detail, and maybe they do now. You know what I mean? So that's pretty exciting as well to see visually. Sorry if I sipped. Excuse me.
Now that the environment is so complex, we've needed to greatly improve our animation systems to adapt. We've added predictive foot placement and motion warping, which dynamically modifies IK and body position to look more natural. For the character to more realistically interact with the environment, we've added the ability to trigger seamless contextual animation events, like her hand on the door.
That's promising.
Dynamic GI is amazing, not just for speeding up iteration, but also for its
That looks
impact
really
on
good.
gameplay.
That has been seen
Any
of
light
course,
source can
in
move
other
while
games.
still having beautiful bounce light.
More like a flashlight look.
Dynamic illumination means specular as well, which you can see on all the metal surfaces.
One of the best dynamic illumination that they're speaking of right now, how the blue is reflecting off of the statues that are here to our left and right, I would have to say was definitely when I played Tomb Raider, even the first one on Xbox 360. I haven't gone back to see that stuff again, but definitely playing the Rise of Tomb Raider and a little bit of Shadow, I can definitely tell you that those illuminations, when she would crack a glow stick and pick it up to see what's in front of her, or even the fire, always looked beautiful, always looked amazing. The underwater always looked really good too. Well, maybe the surface of the water, not necessarily underwater. It felt really masky, really blah blah blah. You know what I mean? Little. So I can't really explain that, but I know when it comes to global illuminations that Tomb Raider was just looked excellent. And as for this tech demo,
Dynamic
back it up
any
just a
light
little bit.
speeding up iteration.
I am only looking at this in 1080p. That's IGN's fault, not my fault. So please, if it looks better in the actual version, you come back to this video to get after me and be, oh, you la, la, la. Please understand that this is only in 1080p. My monitor is about a 4K monitor, and I can't see 100% of everything, but I can tell you it looks okay right here. It looks okay.
Any light source
Right there,
can
it's
move
like
still having beautiful
it's still
bounce
also
light.
okay. It looks like a flashlight, in my opinion.
Dynamic illumination means specular as well.
But I do like
which
how
you can
the
see
light
on
is
all the
also
metal
hitting on her
surfaces.
cheeks, though,
You can even see the Niagara-powered bugs reacting to the light.
which is also pretty smart.
Lumen not only reacts to moving light
The bugs
sources,
spread out,
but also
when it's
changes
more
in geometry.
surrounding. But when it's focused, that looks pretty cool. That looks pretty realistic. I like that. I like that
Remember
a lot.
we mentioned high poly assets? This statue was imported directly from ZBrush
inspect.
and is more than 33
That
million
means
triangles.
detail.
No baking of normal maps, no authored LODs.
No anti-aliasing, I'm saying. There's no weird lines. Which is good. Makes it more real.
And we can do more than a single statue. There are nearly 500 of that exact statue at the same detail level placed in this room, for a total of over 16 billion triangles from statues
I like
alone.
that. I like that. But this is more cinematic feeling. You can't really get me as this is gameplay, only because I know how the camera moves. But if there is gameplay to cinematic, that looked really, really good. With it panning over straight into it, I would love to see that more in video games. The no loading screens for um, for all that stuff. I mean, if they can keep that stuff up in video games and PC can't, I'm pretty sure PC will unlock a feature of some sort like that to do the same thing. But excuse me. But if they can keep doing that, that'd be freaking sick. Sick, dude. Sick. And I'm not just talking about PS5. I'm also talking about the Series X, guys. Alright? They're about the same thing. Okay. What you can see, people copy off of each other all the time, just like music copies off of older music. It's everyone copies off of each other, but it's okay because that means we're seeing everybody grow. And that's all that matters, right? But this right here,
For a total
that
of over
pan
16 billion triangles from
that to
stacking
that,
alone.
which seems like a cinematic now because she's not moving in control. You're
Over
not gonna
this
tell me.
entire demo,
she's
there
being
are
controlled.
hundreds of billions of
But
triangles.
that transition was really good. And billions of triangles or whatever. I caught that. Really cool stuff. Looking at the detail.
So with Nanite, you have limitless geometry, and with Lumen,
Okay.
you have fully dynamic lighting and global illumination, all running on a
Nice
PlayStation
cinematic.
5.
Again, guys, sorry. Cinematics don't do it for me. Cinematics don't do it for me. Anybody can do this nowadays. You can't impress me, bro. You know how many times I've watched E3? I've been disappointed. Even in this tech demo, you can keep showing me what this thing is doing. But I'm sorry, guys. I just can't 100% believe, but I am liking what I'm seeing. Can't wait for this to come out on PC. I'm disappointed with y'all. But on the real though, can't trust. But this looks good.
There's not much time left.
And this doesn't need to be constrained to small rooms. It can stretch all the way to the horizon.
There we go. Look at those shadows.
The portal.
Still a
It's
cinematic.
open.
Alright, here's this cool part I saw. Saw that cool part on IGN. Now again, that doesn't look playable. It reminds me of Spider-Man swinging through the city. But that's not playable. Even if it was like run, jump, it's not. It was a nice little show up, but it's still cinematic, 100%. If not 100, about 95%. Gameplay, of course, but I'm talking about control.
It's time to see what's
And I'm
next.
talking about when you're moving that fast, you're not gonna tell me that they don't bump down everything because you're moving so quick you can't see detail to make that run smoothly. But I mean, I could be 100% wrong. What a great way to end the video. It was a PlayStation 5 controller. Is that what the game's called? Oh, the Unreal Engine 5. Okay, guys. So, I'm going to go ahead and let this play overs again. Only for the fact that I need something in the background because I don't have a webcam. 100% looks super cool. Looks super fine. Nice show off of a software. It's a software, guys. It's a software. Unreal Engine 5 can be used by anybody or anything. The plethora. Unreal Engine 5 is not exclusive to only PlayStation 5. So what you see here is mostly software boost. You're just looking at the software being used on a PlayStation 5, which still looked really, really good. I'm not gonna lie, but unfortunately, because of this video being only uploaded in 1080 and not even 60 frames per second, shows that they weren't showing off necessarily 60 frames per second. Unfortunately, I know I can totally guarantee there will be 60 frames per second, if not more, on the PlayStation 5 with 4K, of course, because that's what they're shooting for. They came really close with 4K 30 frames per second last year or last 2 years ago, 3 years ago. Maybe 4. I don't remember how long these consoles have been out, man. But I do feel like they're really trying to push this stuff. Not only PlayStation, remember, not only PlayStation, also Xbox. You know what I mean? So still, you may feel a certain way about a console, but you still gotta get props to where it's at, and that is, this is nothing new. This is nothing that we didn't know. They're showing us things that we've expected, right? And you know what? To be frank with you guys, the only thing that's going to be selling consoles is their features and their exclusives, and that's about it. PlayStation wins with exclusives, man. They got the money to go ahead and do that, right? They got the money as of They're getting exclusives. Xbox is getting owning companies. They're trying to own companies so that they can keep making games just for them instead of having companies go back and forth to making games and having bigger projects be on the PlayStation 5. I'm not a tech guy though. I'm not a businessman. I don't know what exactly PlayStation is doing. From my idea, from my experience, that's what I understand that they're doing. You know, and of course they, they of course they have their own exclusives and such things like that. Now, again, this looks amazing. This looks fantastic. I love the way it looks, but I know it could definitely be on an Xbox as well, and it would look about the same. There's nothing that would make it look any different whatsoever. Because as we all know, it's not the consoles that make them better. It's the exclusives that make them better. It's what they have to offer, and PlayStation has always been a successor of that. They've always done really, really well. Thus meaning that PlayStation doesn't need to try hard to get the little maggot of fanboys, not the ones that that I'm talking about. You know what kind of PlayStation players I'm talking about, the maggot ones, the toxic ones, man. If you're understandable and you actually go out to find proof that your console's better, or you actually do your research, you are not a maggot, my friend. You're not a brain dead zombie maggot. But if you're one of those people that just think something's better just because it's better, you are a maggot. You're brainwashed. You are doo-doo butter, my friend. You're doo-doo butter. I'm sorry, I have to be the one to tell you this. Little, my content could be a little doo-doo butter. You know what I mean? I don't even have a face cam. I'm kind of doo-doo butter right now, but at least I know my facts. I don't get teased by visuals. Okay, we've seen E3s, man. We've seen them show us stuff and it not be that. Alright, and not be like that. They can lie easy. This could be all run on PlayStation, on a PC, man. This could all be running on a PC, and you won't even know it. They won't even tell you. Where's the proof? I don't see any proof that this could be running on a PlayStation 5. Do you? No, but we gotta take the word for it. Just like everything else, just like Xbox, just like anything, until we finally get our hands on this ourselves, right? But let's just go off of what we know. This is a software-based thing. This is an engine. This could as well be on Xbox, this could be on PC, and this can be on PlayStation. Okay, they are showing this off on a PlayStation, quotation marks, and I'm excited to see what they're doing. Will I be buying a PlayStation 5? If it's worth it, sure. If I find out it's worth it, but you best believe I'm getting a Series X first. I'm not because I'm a fanboy, not because I prefer this over this and I'm just being a hypocrite and blah blah blah, so it doesn't matter. No, I'm buying a Series X first because all my homies are on there for now until they go on PC, if they do. Okay, but all my homies are on Xbox. They're hyped for the Xbox. I'm hyped for them, but I'm not gonna sit here and tell them or have them tell me that the Xbox is gonna be better than my computer, because we all know that's not true. But anyway, that pretty much sums up my ideas. Random question. When you guys play your games, do you turn off motion blur? Or do you leave it on? Let me know in the comments down below, and let me know what you guys thought about this video and what you think is gonna happen in the future of PlayStation 5 and the Series X and the Switch, and how you would like to see things go, or what would you like PlayStation to do, or would you like Xbox to do to be in compete, or what do you want to see? Let me know. I need reading material, guys. I need to see. I need to hear you guys in my ear, okay? Because it helps motivate me a lot. Make sure you guys leave a like. Make sure you guys subscribe, and make sure you guys comment down below. And most importantly, make sure you guys hit that notification bell so I know and you know that we both know that there was a video uploaded and that we can check it out, that you could check it out. Okay, because I don't have a 100% constant upload schedule. I'm not, 9 to 5 YouTube, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. I cannot do that. I got my own life going on right now. But when I do upload, I want you to know when I do, so you can check it out and I can see what you think about it. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you guys enjoyed my thoughts, and I hope I made some valid points to you, and I hope you can come back if there's another discussion about future consoles. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll catch you guys later. Peace out.